G'day, Daly Waters, Mataranka, Edith Falls, all three great little towns to call into on a long hot trip going over the border, running into Northern Territory. Over 1,000 kilometres, but all that whole trip was definitely worth it. Each little bit had its own little sub-adventure. Even out in the desert was great fun. So without any further ado, let's go. Good morning. I'm up at the crack of dawn. It's 7 bells and all is well. Out in the middle of the desert, I'm now in the Northern Territory, and the flies are a little bit annoying, but apart from that it's all very quiet. It's a gentle breeze, probably about 15 knots, and the only sound I tend to hear is the big road trains that are going past. Today should be quite exciting. Crossing over from here, as I said, out in the middle of the desert, going to Tennant Creek. Going to Tennant Creek today, so that should be quite interesting. And then that'll start the big trek from Tennant Creek all the way up to Darwin. And Kakadu, Lynchfield, one or the other or both, all very exciting. Good morning. Bit of a sleep in this morning, so a bit of a late start. That's okay, that's allowed. Last couple of days have been some big kilometres, trying to get up to Kakadu and Litchfield before they close some of the tracks, if not all of the tracks. Not quite sure when the opening and closing is. I know the wet season's coming, and at the moment it's certainly hot. The hot hasn't stopped. Yesterday was 40 degrees. I think it might have cooled down last night to about 34 in a non-air conditioned caravan. That's it's a bit of a challenge. Anyway, today headed off to Daly Waters, to Northern Territory on the way up, and after Daly Waters going to, I think it's called Mataranka, and there's some pools there I can swim in, so looking forward to that. Anywho, let's go. What a wonderful relief to find such a zany kind of little town, but as I quickly discovered, they have a really nice pub and well catered for, and 2 swimming pools out the side. Accommodation rates were more than reasonable, fuel was reasonable, everything was reasonable. It was just great to jump into that pool. These dressed up termite mounds might seem a little strange, but they've been going on since the 1970s. Tourists and the like pull over, dress them up and move on. Come back and eat sweet. For the movie buffs, We of the Never Never was an Australian movie made in 1982. And for those who want to go and check out the old film set, it's still there. You're welcome to go and have a look at it. There was no charge, and it's quite an interesting look. I'm at the Bitter Springs, and this area is well known for what people do as tourists. Grab a noodle, jump into the water about 300 metres up, and then just float in. They float all the way down and then climb out at the bridge here. Assuming they haven't been attacked by any form of crocodile, freshwater obviously. It's hard to believe, but I've actually found a tourist who is actually swimming in this dangerous waterhole.
Yeah, they're all. Hey, come in! If you were going backwards, you know, video it. Down with the beer!
Good morning. Hopefully this is not just a silhouette, but I am in the Northern Territory. It is, it's a real discovery. I had no idea that the Northern Territory was going to present this kind of beauty to me. Over my shoulder, hopefully you can see one of the waterfalls. I'm in Edith Falls, and it's in the morning, and there's a small handful of flies. Well, I hope you enjoyed visiting Daly Waters, Mataranka and Edith Falls as much as I did. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And until next time, this is Paul Wheel Drive signing off.